Hey guys, welcome to Digitrailz. It's been a while, but that is fine. I actually did some live streaming recently, and I wish I had the replay to do, but I unfortunately forgot to tick that option in Twitch to keep the replay, so being an idiot, I don't have that. I died a few times, had some awesome resources, but go follow me on Twitch if you feel like. It's twitch.tv/Digitrailz, or you can just find me on Digitrailz on Twitch. However, today we are going to be working on the wall. I have the replay mod installed. I actually had to get a camera account, and then after I got the camera account, they updated the replay mod. So I will be using both on occasion, but nevertheless, we need to get this wall built up. It's been a while because I've been busy, but you don't need to hear about my life. You probably do not care, the couple of you that do watch. But nevertheless, I got some awesome stuff. I went out to the Mesa biome, made a little bit of a base on the live stream. Got some awesome resources like some gold and stuff for some of the farms, and I also got a lot of not in there. Not in there. Where did I put it? Not in there. Where the heck did I put all that resources? I put it in here. I got a lot of cobwebs. The cobwebs are going to be for when we want to get a animal farm going. Which is going to be soon. I'm going to be doing a huge amount of basically a all animal farm, basically, that doesn't cook them. I did a video before I kind of had to go on a mild amount of a hiatus of making videos on how to make a non-cooked chicken farm, just because I needed one, and it mostly consisted of cobwebs, and I needed a lot of them, and this was just a project I didn't want to get into just because I didn't have the time, and so I was kind of holding off doing that. But I recently just wanted to do some mining, and I did some live streaming. But what we're going to do now is going to be getting this wall going. Basically, I recently showed off in my in the last video, I showed off at the end of it the wall I was planning on building, and it's mostly going to consist of stone bricks and spruce wood. I'll try and get to most of the other kind of, like, shall we call it, flourishes afterwards, but I kind of just want to get most of the build up afterwards. Which box did I put all the sources in? I keep forgetting. I have a really bad memory right now. I'll put up all the flourishings up afterwards, but I kind of want to get this up. But what we'll end up doing is basically just kind of throw up a wall around it. I'm going to get to over here earlier. I want to kind of put up a retaining wall over here, but I'll figure that out as I go. But I may start up over, there was a guy over here. But I may end up kind of building it up over here, and I'm going to kind of rebuild it over here, so to speak. I tore down a house over here earlier. I think it was like right here, so I could just plow right through here. So what we'll end up doing is get the replay mod going, and we will get going. truly underestimated the amount of stone I would need. All the stone that I took a while to gather for this, it got me this far. Literally the entire way around, and I was probably about this short. Some spots are a little shorter, some spots are a little bit taller. If I had done it more uniformly, I probably could have done it, but some spots are like 2 high, some are 4 high. I kind of did judgment calls on each, but now we have a wall that kind of goes all the way around. I patched it up right there because on the other side I realized it was 1 high. Actually it wasn't. Okay. It just didn't look good at the moment. So I just patched it up with some cobble. This is probably going to be a multi-episode video or project, but I wanted to get this up, and I'm going to need a lot more resources to get this going. But this ended up meeting more hiccups than I expected because I had to move my sheep. I had to move a bunch of these iron golems because there were more of these guys in the way than I expected. So I ended up having some hiccups along the way, but let's see if there's anything else I need to take care of. So I'm going to take a look around and then we'll see what we need to move on to next. Okay, now that we have the wall fully set up, now I kind of want to work on a couple things. I have at least one door over here, or one kind of gateway over here, which is going to be, I currently have one over here, but I feel like I actually should probably have it more over this way. I may have another one over there, but like have it more centrally located to here so that kind of leads more into the center of town. I'm going to set up a couple more gates, which are basically just going to be 3 wide sections. And then I'm going to have them at essentially all 4 sides. Then what we'll end up doing is I kind of want to just start planning out kind of the pathways that are going to lead around here, so then I can kind of start planning out the buildings and the stalls, so I can kind of go from there, because I've kind of been waiting on building the stalls for when I have these roadways, so it kind of makes it a little bit easier. And now, especially because at 1.14.3, which I'm currently in, they aren't supposed to be forgetting where they work, which is kind of good for me, because it's going to make it easier for me to work. And now that I have the walls up, I need to start thinking about food. I need to start thinking about making an animal farm, and I probably next episode will start working on the animal farm, but I wanted to make sure that I was kind of done with at least getting the base level of the wall. I need to grind out a crap ton of resources before I really get the farm before I really build up this wall, because this ate through a lot of my resources. But now that I have the base level done, I can now actually start working on it, and I don't have to worry so much about pillagers. It's just now that zombie raids are back, I have to worry about them. So let's get to setting out the doors, and then we'll work on the pathways. So let's go. Okay, before we really plan this out, I actually grabbed a couple of the maps, and let's actually take this off. Let's take a look at the maps. So this is the top one, which I should actually head over this way to update. But let's take a look at this, and that's now updated that section. And now let's head upwards over here to update this one. Now that one is updated. I have another one that just needs to be updated, but this is going to kind of help me do a quick planning down in the basement. could also just go up into the sky and do this, but let's see. That, and that. So, I kind of want to... Let me see. So, I may start a kind of a path that leads here, and then leads into these two sections. Goes around here, and maybe does that as well. I have some potatoes cooking as well, and then possibly leads around as there as well. So use the existing pathways and kind of spruce them up. But I want to have that there so I can then lead that out and lead that out to over here, which I believe my nether portal's down here. But yeah, let's grab a shovel so I can start doing that. I'm going to use what we have for an existing path system. And we'll go from there. Eventually I'm going to get rid of these fences, but I want to have this wall be functioning first. Okay, so we now have, as you saw, an entire town of people. I've kind of opened up some gates, and now I have kind of created some roads. These roads are going to give me kind of some guides, so to speak. What I'm probably going to end up doing here is make this sort of the village, like the center where some of the towns are going to be, but I'm going to use these roads to kind of create my stalls, like sort of like how I have this guy and I have him in his village, how should I put it for you? What do you say? Your fishing stall? Yeah. But I still want to redo this one. I just haven't figured out how I want to do it. But the reason I did a lot of like a nice one versus all these cobble ones is I kind of figured these masons, and I'm gonna add a lot more masons eventually, kind of made this. It's kind of the, I've been kind of slowly, at least in my head, making the lore of this place, where this place is a small village, but it's sort of an industrious village that's been slowly building up. But what I want to do is start making some nice little, make some nice little places, make some nice little stalls. Now that at least some of the things have been fixed, I may want to actually, I may move that house, and then I want to put my farmers in a spot where I can actually start using their farming abilities to my advantage. But I'm going to start kind of putting things, I'm actually going to transform this to an actual blacksmithing hut. Take both of these things and transform this. I need to make this into a proper, I need to make a proper vine farm, but that'll be another day. But at each of the entrances, I've put a gate, one of these gates for now. The fences are going to stay until the wall is done, because I don't want these guys getting out and nothing getting in. And then once it's done, I will be pretty much happy. Let's see. That's actually been going pretty good. I'm gonna improve this. Logical Geek Boy actually put out a really good one that I kind of want to make. I've been taking some of the building ideas from, or I've been kind of taking some notes from FWhip as well. Been spending a lot of time in village building has allowed some of these things to just kind of work, which means I have plenty to trade with as well. Perfect. So I'm going to be able to do a decent amount of trading on as well with some of these guys. The plan is to have logs on both sides. I'm running out of spruce logs, so I couldn't do it all the time on each side. But once I need to kind of do some grinding, and what I will probably also do is build the road out this way to my nether portal, and that'll also include that's how I'm going to get a lot of my spruce wood, is basically tearing down a lot of these spruce trees. Bring out the road out to here. I may make a kind of like nice little outpost out here. And I may bring something out into the mountains out here. So during my live stream, I took coordinates. I have an outpost now at the mesa that's near the jungle, and I'm going to try and hook this another portal up and make another portal over near the mesa, and we'll go there. I really wish I had recorded, or wish there was a recording of that, but unfortunately there's not. So some pretty awesome stuff, but I'm going to kind of make this a rather short one because I kind of want to start working on some of the other things, and I kind of want to keep making these two things kind of consolidated to this episode. But you guys have thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys later. If you haven't already considered subscribing, please subscribe. It's really gonna help me in this early stage. And if you've been enjoying this series, please say so. Please comment. I'd love to know who's watching, because there have been some people watching. And I will catch you guys later. This has been Digitrailz. See ya.